From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a PrimeWave Media production.
What's up, world? It is that time for the premier sports betting show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper, and this is the Primetime Angles Live on IG. All right. Let's see how it goes. We got the NFL tonight. We got college football tonight, and also we're going to be talking some college bets list as well right now as well too. But last night went pretty well in the MAC. We went 3 for 3 in the pick six that I put in the six games that we had out. We didn't so much get the pick 4 last night, but it's all good. Clients hit 3 out of 4 last night. That was a good night last night. And thank you, CMU, for coming up big in the end. And also a big game from Western Michigan as well too, taking care of us in the first half. And then the under 65.5 with Eastern Michigan and Kent. We all got a little panicky there when we saw that it was 20-9 in the first half, but I knew that it was going to work out that way. Winds up Eastern Michigan slowed the game down a bit, was able to get back in the game. They didn't win the game, but they did get the cover as well too. So if you took them on the +5 yesterday, you cast that ticket, and if you were a client, you had them on the under, so you cast that ticket as well too. So there it is, man. What a night last night to welcome back the MAC. And today, let's go ahead and do this, and let's talk about it. The up first is going to be the ACC Bets List and the ACC. The ACC has some pretty good games going on this week. We got NC State in their matchup. Once again, NC State is a big dog here, and we all know the reason why, because they really do feel like NC State could be, have some issues and things like that with Miami, but they are the home team as well too. So this is more of a scarier situation for Miami to me than it is for NC State. NC State has stepped up to the plate all season this year, and it's not going to be hard to take them right now on the +10.5 here. I like NC State a lot. Let's go ahead and see how it shakes out. Then we got the Battle of Tobacco Road with UNC and Duke. Under 64.5 here. I think what happens here is that we're going to have ourselves a very good game between two good old rivals. And as I told you guys last week, when we had the oldest rivalry in the South with North Carolina and Virginia, to be ready for a possible upset, Virginia smoked North Carolina. North Carolina is not a good road team, and that's showing up right now because, as you guys can see, they struggled against Florida State, they struggled against Virginia, and they struggle and they lightweight. And if they didn't make mistakes at the end, they would have lost to Boston College as well too. So there it is with that. I'm going under 64.5 with the UNC and Duke. I feel like Duke wants to cut the game in half a little bit, shorten the game in a sense. And what the UNC wants to do, they might be over here overlooking Duke, and then they might get themselves in trouble in this game as well too. So we'll see how it shakes out. But under 64.5, that's my look for this game. We'll see how it goes. Then we got Boston College, and the Syracuse Orangemen, and these guys know each other very well from the old Big East days. And I think what happens here is that we get a little bit of scoring going on in the Carrier Dome. BC has been seen as a team that can put up 30-40 points in a game if the offense is in a flow, and Syracuse seems to be letting offenses be in a flow a lot every weekend, and Syracuse might be able to get themselves some points as well here too, but they definitely do need to get some points. But I do love the over 52.5. I think we can go ahead and cash that ticket here, and let's see how it shakes out. Then we got Florida State. Florida State's in a pretty cool matchup this week. This is something that they, honestly, to me, Florida State should not have the issues that they've been having lately with these with these teams, because this is a game that they're supposed to win. But you know what? At the end of the day, Florida State has lost the trust of all of us, so it doesn't really matter. But Florida State, just win the game. That's all I ask you to do. It doesn't need to be pretty. It doesn't need to be any of that. Just go win the game for me, okay? And for everybody else who's going to be backing you guys on Saturday as well too. Notre Dame is going to be my dog bet of the week in the CFB. I really do think that this is the end of the Clemson run, because DJ did well last week against a Boston College team, but that was mainly the defense as well too that stepped it up, had big moments in that game as well too, special teams as well, and the seniors led that game for Clemson last week. This week, they really need Trevor Lawrence to be the starting quarterback, and that's not going to happen. DJ's going to run into a lot of issues here with Notre Dame. And see, this time around, the game is not in North Carolina. It's not in Death Valley this time around. The game is in South Bend. And whenever there's a game in South Bend, everybody that knows college football knows if you're a top-ranked team going to South Bend, you better get ready to lose. Seriously, because everything goes their way. And the last time they had a big game like this, it was Florida State. Same type of team that hadn't lost in a while. And what happens? What happens? This is what happens. Notre Dame wins the football game, but Charlie Ward still went on to win the Heisman Trophy, and Florida State still went on to win the national championship that season. So really, pretty much my point is Notre Dame plus 180 looks like some good money here. Let's see how it shakes out. Clemson should not still be a high favorite in this game. It should really be a pick 'em, to be honest with you, because quarterback play is a big, big deal for this Clemson team. And it showed last week when they went down 18 points. So there it is. There it is. And then we have Virginia money line. They're going against Louisville. Toss-up game, pick a side. But I think Virginia got their season rolling in the right way last week with a big win over North Carolina in the oldest rivalry in the South. So I'm taking them again this week, minus 145, Virginia. Let's see if you can get to the money, dog. So there it is, Virginia minus 145. Let's see how it shakes out. All right, we move on, and we got the Big Ten. The Big Ten is missing a game this week. Purdue and Wisconsin are actually going to be taking the week off because of COVID and things of that nature. So up first, we got the Northwestern game. Northwestern is red hot going into the third week of the season. Their defense has stepped it up. They've already gotten about 6 interceptions this season to start the year off. This team is very confident right now on the defensive end. I saw a little piece on them last night, and this team does look like they're going to be running the table this year in the Big Ten, and they really do look good. You can tell that the boys have grown up. They had a lot of underclassmen last year. Now they have a lot of good juniors and seniors, but then they also have some guys that were red-shirted, gray-shirted, whatever, and these guys have came back, and they've done very well too. So I'm taking Northwestern in this game. I think Northwestern is good money here. I know they're playing against Nebraska, but Nebraska has been having way too many weeks off and things of that nature, and Nebraska just didn't show me much of anything when they played Ohio State. They started off well, but then they just pretty much got power bombed through the craft table, dude, once that second half hit, man, and they was incapacitated. So pretty much I'm taking the minus 3.5 Northwestern. Let's see how it shakes out. We got Michigan, and Michigan, this is going to be a really good game, Michigan and Indiana, and honestly, I was leaning real hard on Indiana, but this is a game that Michigan will wind up winning. And they'll win it because there's going to be a lot of people doubting them in this spot. But I don't think that Michigan should be doubted in this spot. Penn State's not as good as the years before. They're struggling this season because, Penn State needed those tune-up games early in the year. The games against, Buffalo and things of that nature so they could tune up right. But this time around, they jump right into the schedule. You got Minnesota early, then you get Ohio State the next week. Michigan actually should be 2-0 right now, but once again, they're dealing with the woes of not being able to beat the Michigan State Spartans. See, Ohio State's bad enough, but damn, when you can't beat Michigan State on a season that they seen as a team that's not going to be a good team at all, then you got some issues over here at Michigan. But I think they bounce back. They get a big win here against Indiana after that silly defeat, and they bounce back big here. So pretty much Michigan minus 155. Let's see how it shakes out. Then we got the Michigan State Iowa game. They're coming back, and pretty much Michigan State feeling real confident, feeling real good about themselves. But I think Iowa probably will shut it down, and this will wind up being a very low scoring game in a sense. So pretty much it is what it is at the end of the day. I like the under 46.5. I know it looks crazy right now, but usually when we go to Iowa, these games do wind up being like this. So I expect a 24-21 finish maybe, or hopefully a 24-17 finish. Everything is on the under, so let's go ahead and see how it goes. We move forward, and we got Minnesota, Illinois. This game is a battle of two teams that can't get off the field. Both have been scoring a good amount of points, but they've been giving up a good amount of points as well too. You have Illinois' team that gave up 40 some odd points in the first week. They gave up 31 last week, and pretty much that's 75 on the season. So they're giving up a good almost 37 points a game. Then you got Minnesota, who got 45 dropped on them last week, and then got 39 dropped on them the week before. No, 49 dropped on them the week before. This team is giving up a lot of points. So pretty much both teams, I can see them getting into a big shootout of a sense. But we all know, though, this is risky territory because Minnesota does play a very, very astonishing ground game. And they like to eat a lot of clock up. But last week they were moving pretty quickly, and they were down 21, but got that 21 points back pretty quickly. I can't believe the team drops 35 unanswered points and still winds up losing the game. Unbelievable. Minnesota has a bad taste in their mouth, and hopefully Illinois knows this and steps up their game, because Minnesota is ready to rip anybody's throat out after that bad beat that they caught last week. Then we got the Maryland-Penn State game. This should be the shoo-in for Penn State this week. They're a 25-point favorite. I honestly think they can cover it, but I'm more confident in the over in this spot. Maryland, once again, is a team that's given up 77 points in the first 2 weeks of the season. When you do the math on that one, that's 33.5 points. So, you know what? This team is going to give up points today, on Saturday, and I feel like Penn State will be ready to take advantage of that. They're going to be at home. They had a rough time here with Ohio State last week. This is a breath of fresh air going against a team like Maryland. So, yeah, I know they got Tua's brother, and he caused some excitement last week, but you know what? That I keep it real. They caught him on a good Friday night, and that's why I knew we had to take the plus 19. They caught him on a Friday night at home, and that's what usually happens when you got Friday night ACC games with two teams that are not the top tier teams in the conference. You know what I mean? So, I mean in Big Ten. I'm so sorry because I said ACC, because y'all got to remember Maryland was in the ACC for a little while, so it is what it is. But there it is. Over 63 Maryland, Penn State. Then we got the plus 37.5 with Rutgers. Rutgers should be able to cover. Last year, Rutgers was a 50-point dog against Ohio State. They wound up losing the game by 29. They lost 50-21. So this year, Rutgers again, you got Greg Schiano there. So I really know you're not going to lay down with Greg Schiano coaching, a guy that worked with Ohio State literally the last decade or so and knows the defense and offense in and out. He was one of Ryan Day's mentors as well too. So I wouldn't say this is danger, but I would say that Rutgers, don't be surprised if Rutgers is in this game. You know what I mean? And I mean, when Rutgers being in the game is like them losing by 14. Seriously, because they're gonna lose, and they're gonna lose bad. But will it be ugly? And I don't think it's gonna be ugly. I think that they're gonna try, they're gonna fight, they're gonna claw, and then they'll be beat. Okay, so there it is, 37.5 plus on the Rutgers. All right, we move on, and we have ourselves the SEC Bets List, and the SEC, what a conference, baby. Seriously, what an overrated conference. And now we got 4 teams. We only got 4 games this week. And, I ain't know that they got off weeks as well, too. But I know that we got COVID issues as well, too. So, it is what it is. Over 45 and I have Vandy, Mississippi State. I like this one a lot. I think this is going to be a pretty good game. I think what winds up here is Mississippi State actually has their big game of this season, the highlight reel game, just like I said last week when Ole Miss played them. Vandy's just a real doormat here in the SEC this season, and there's really nothing that they can do about it. Then we have Georgia, money line, in the battle of Georgia, Florida. It is a big one here, and I really, truly feel that Georgia takes care of their business. They get themselves a big win here, and I'm taking them with the minus 160. Let's see how it shakes out. Then we got South Carolina going against Texas A&M, and I would not sleep on picking South Carolina as a money line play as well too, because you got to understand, South Carolina beat Florida. Florida is a much better team, in my opinion, than Texas A&M. So pretty much what I'm going to do here is say plus 10 could be the possible big upset for you this weekend as well, too. So don't overlook that fact right there. South Carolina can be trusted in a big spot like this, so I love the plus 10 on South Carolina. That's an insurance play. Let's see how it shakes out. And then we have the Tennessee game coming up Saturday with Arkansas, and I really, truly do like Tennessee in this spot. I think Tennessee actually figures out a way to run away with this game. It'll be close in the beginning, but then Tennessee gets away from Arkansas, because Tennessee's played a really tough schedule the last few weeks, and I think this will be a breath of fresh air for them as well too. So give me Tennessee minus 125. Let's see how it shakes out. Now let's go ahead and get into some betting action. I know this is what y'all all been waiting for. First up, CFB Thursday night bets. We got Utah State at Nevada. Sorry about that. And pretty much what we're gonna do here is we got a 17-point dog in Utah State, and then we got an over under of 56.5. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going plus 8 in the first half. You're getting plus 115 on Utah State just to be losing by a touchdown. And then I'm taking Utah State to go over 19 for the total game. Okay, so they got to score 20 points for us to cash the ticket. I don't think that should be hard against a Nevada team that's giving up so many points. All right, so but I know they didn't give up many points to UNLV, but UNLV's a little inept. So it is what it is. And over 56.5, I do like this one a lot. I think this one will be a cash me out type of situation, and we go from there. Now we have the other Mountain West game for the night, and we got Wyoming at Colorado State. Now we all know Wyoming is they are the squad at home, but during the season on the road, they are not good, seriously. And I think what happens tonight is that they run into a very good Colorado State team that is looking forward to, getting a big win after last week getting kind of embarrassed by Fresno State, but they were in the game early. They just kind of fell apart. This week, they're back at home. I know they can adjust to what Wyoming's doing, and Wyoming just is day and night. You know what I mean? Like, they're a really great home team. They'll dominate defensively, and then on the road, they have a lot of back and forth games. And I think today what happens is that these teams actually have themselves a slobber knocker, drag out type of game, and that's why I'm going with the over 27.5 in the first half, but I'm still playing the under 29.5 because I feel like what happens here is that the second half kind of shuts down the game in a sense, and that's where we're going from there. The over 27.5 ain't hard to hit. We just get 14-14 there, and it's all good. Or we could have 21-7. Colorado State better be the one with the 21, though. That's the whole thing. So pretty much where I'm going with this, I love Colorado State as on the plus 3.5, and I got them on the plus 150 for you guys tonight. And then we also have the over 27.5 first half for this game as well, too. And then we're going to be rocking with the under 29.5 team total for Wyoming for the entirety of the game. So there it is. Those are your Mountain West bets for tonight. And we move forward to the Thursday night football game. And we got Packers. We got the Packers, and the Packers, I have them -7 to win this game. I would say buy down if you want to. If you want to spend a little bit of extra money, you can buy down a little bit. I think it's going to be -140 on this, maybe -155 or something. You're going to be spending a little bit more, but 6.5 is good. But I trust the Packers to win this game by 10 or better, so that's why I'm taking them with the -7 here. And then I think that they can hit 28 right on the nose. They don't get across 28 today. I think that they're in line to get a 27-10 victory, 24-10 type victory, something of that nature. And we go from there, you know what I mean? Or they could possibly shut out the 49ers today as well, because the 49ers really don't have much of anything right now. Their quarterback is hurt. Their top receiving target is hurt. Their next top receiving target is hurt. Their best defensive pass rusher is hurt. And most of these guys are done for the season. So pretty much the San Francisco back against the wall in this spot. And I just think the Packers are going to be that much better than them tonight. So that's why I'm taking the Packers -7. I think they stay right up under the 28.5. And then I got the under 24 for the first half as well, too. So that's our plays tonight for the Packers and the 49ers. All right, so there it is. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the racetrack that's not too far away from Levitt Field. So up first, we got a hunch play. My nickname, Jamie. If you know me, know me. And my boy Ron Bentley's in the room right now too. He can vouch for this. If you know me, and I'm doing this because I love y'all. They called my nickname when I was growing up is Jamie. A lot of people who are my good friends still call me that. People who call me by my first name really are people that are formal with me and ain't known me long enough to know exactly who I really am. So pretty much Sizzling Jamie, and I'm going to go ahead and take the 4. And that's the 4 horse, and we're going to pair it up with the 1, 2, 5 here. And we're going to go ahead and we can make this a 1, 2, 4, 5 box, or we can make it a key being the 4, 5, 1, 2, 5. But I do like this group right here. I think that this group will do very well today, and I think we are in for a good one today here over at Golden Gate Fields. Then I got my shot of the day. We're going to rock with the horse by the name of the Year of the Ox. Year of the Ox is a pretty good horse, 4-1 right now in the morning line. Hopefully that number goes up, but we have a lot of good horses in this race. So I think that what will happen here is the bettors may overlook this horse, and I might be able to get us 7-1 on this horse going off at post. So I'm taking the key horse, number 6, Year of the Ox. Then we have the 6, 5, 4, 7, and we can go ahead and box it up 4, 5, 6, 7, or you guys can key it 6, 4, 5, 7. Then the nightcap. We're going to rock with a horse by the name of Chase in Colorado, and I think Chase in Colorado could be my best bet of the day. The horse is 7-2 on the line, but has the best figures in this group. So this horse, to me, should perform very well, and I'm so confident in the horse. I even singled the horse here to have a cheap pick 4 ticket today, because what's the point of overspending on a pick 4 that only has 7 races? Come on. You put up 16 and maybe we can come back, make a quick 60, 70 bucks, because that's what the day looks like. You know what I mean? You don't want to overspend just to win on a ticket and then really not win any profit. So I like chasing Colorado. We're going to go ahead and box this horse up with the 10, 5, 9, 6. You guys box it 5, 6. I'm sorry, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, and that's how you guys do it. $60 super high 5 bet. And then we have the late pick 4. We're going 4, 5, 6, 7 in leg 1, and that's going to be race 4. And in leg 5, in leg 2, which is race 5, we're going 2 deep, 2, 4. And then in race 3, which is race 6, we're going to go 1, 2, 4, 6. And then in the final leg, in the nightcap, we're going to go ahead and circle our key horse there to get us home and get us a good victory. So pretty much with that, I know it seems like I'm rushing a little bit, but I do have a busy day ahead. I'm going to start recording for the Breeders' Cup, the Breeders' Cup Day 1 show. Tomorrow it's going to be a early morning. It's going to be like an 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning type situation. And right after we get done with this right here. Right, and when we get done with the Primetime Angles, so be on the lookout for that. All my horse bettors and all that good stuff. It's going to be 2 big days of the World Championship of Horse Racing, which is called the Breeders' Cup, live from Keeneland in Lexington, Kentucky. So that's going to be pretty fun. And I can't wait for that. And then pretty much we got a big weekend ahead of us in college football as well, and in the NFL. So make sure that you guys catch the NFL Bet Exchange today at 3 p.m. on the Periscope, and then will be available for replay on Zingo TV. You guys can watch for free. Just put in the promo code 12OZ, and that's capital OZ, and you guys will be right on in there watching. I will release the schedule for the shows, the show airings in a bit once we go ahead and upload everything and all that good stuff. So once again, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. There is no me without you. This is the premier sports betting show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and this is the Primetime Angles live on IG, and I am gone. Thank you for tuning into the Primetime Angles, the premier sports betting show, hosted by the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. This is a PrimeWave media production, and go ahead and press that subscribe button.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a PrimeWave media production.